Hey guys, this is Michelle from Growing the Good Life. I have a 1/10 of an acre market garden in zone 7B, 8A in Western North Carolina. And today I'm going through my seed haul with you for the 2023 garden. And I'm explaining to you how and why I'm going to graft some of these heirlooms that I need to grow and kind of explain my thought process behind that. I have a stack of, you can't see it, but I have a stack of about 13, 15, 16 different seed catalogs that I've had that have come to the house in the last couple of months. And I know you're curling up with your seed catalogs, and I wanted to get this video out to you and talk you through what I'm doing in case it could help you. I don't know where you are in your process with this tomato planting journey. We all do our tomato math this time of year. So I wanted to talk you through what I'm doing. So in this garden, I have a 1/10 of an acre market garden. It is soon to be a 1/4 of an acre, on its way to a 1/2 acre is probably where it will land. But right now it's not that big. And I have grown anywhere between 40 to 80 different tomato plants in a block of that space. Probably I have 30 rows in that garden, and I probably grow seven or 8 rows worth. So about a 1/4 of that garden is dedicated to tomatoes. We all love them. We eat them. We sell them. So we need a lot of space for them. And I've been known to grow as many as 25 different varieties of heirloom tomatoes at the same time in that garden space. I've been in that garden space for 4 seasons now. I've been gardening for years and years, but in this particular space, 4 seasons. And the first 2 seasons, the tomatoes did very well in that space. But in last year, I'm going to show you some video kind of while I'm talking through. You'll see some of the heirloom tomatoes just succumb to disease. I'm sure, I don't know if it was fusarium wilt or what all of the diseases might have been, but there were definitely some issues. I know a lot of people had issues with their tomatoes last year, and if you are like me and my friends and my contacts and colleagues in 7B, 8A, southeastern United States, then you also may have had some issues with your tomatoes as well. So I love the heirlooms, but I'm not afraid of hybrids. So I want to walk you through the tomatoes that I'm going to be doing, so that you have an idea of how I've come to this spot. So love heirlooms, love the flavor, just like everybody else. What I wanted to talk you through right now is some of the tomatoes that we have planned for the tried and true folks. So I've got my seeds right here. I'm looking at some Early Girl Plus. Everybody loves an Early Girl. Our folks here in North Carolina love Early Girls. We can't wait to get into the tomatoes. And so I have some Early Girls we're going for. I've got Better Boy Plus hybrids. You got to go with a Better Boy. You know, those are always nice and hardy. And I grew up on Better Boys, Early Girls, that kind of stuff. So we're throwing those in there as well. This Mountain Fresh Plus from Johnny's is a hybrid that is really popular for markets and roadside stands and things like that. And I have never tried this one before. So I'm really excited to see how it performs. Again, a lot of my varieties come from Johnny's. I'll purchase from Territorial, Paramount, Johnny's. Where else? Who else do I normally get from? Seeds and Such from time to time. Totally Tomatoes. I'm not afraid to go there as well. It's a great place. Annie's Heirlooms are good. I also go to Hudson Valley Seed Company. Just giving you an idea where I source tomatoes. But yeah, we're going to go with these Mountain Fresh Plus hybrids because I've heard the flavor's not the best, but they're beautiful, high productivity, low they don't succumb to disease as easily, and they're big, beautiful, blemish-free fruits. So we'll see. I don't want to sacrifice flavor if I don't have to, so we're going to see how these go. I don't remember why I bought a Big Dina hybrid from Johnny's. I don't remember why I bought that. I think the folks in Canada out in the Okanagan, Ian and Serena, I love their videos. Anyway, I think that they tried a Big Dina one year, and so when I saw it in stock, I bought it. We'll see how it goes. I have some very detailed plans for Cherokee Purple. I know if you're like me and you're like the folks that live near me, you love Cherokee Purple as an heirloom. And quite honestly, in the area that I live in, people they don't go as crazy on the heirlooms as maybe some other places. But the Cherokee Purple is definitely one that we go for, and we go for the German Johnson big time. So my Cherokee Purples didn't do as well last year. They actually tanked last year pretty hard. And that was really devastating for me. That never happened to me before. And it was pretty brutal. So I'm determined to win. I'm determined to have Cherokee Purple in the garden because I just will. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to do 4 different types of tomatoes in the garden. I'm going to do an experiment on it, and you're going to be along for the ride. So I'm going to let you know how this goes. So what we are going to do is I'm going to grow plain old Cherokee Purple, nothing going on with it, nothing silly, nothing fancy. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graft with this rootstock that I bought from Paramount Seeds. This is the Estimino rootstock, and I also have Maxi for it. I have 100 seeds of each, and I'm going to be grafting tomato plants. So the Cherokee Purple, the Paul Robeson, and the German Johnson heirlooms that I can't live without and that my customers can't live without, I will be grafting those very soon. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm actually a lot nervous. So I'm going to graft those and see if I can't get a great result. But at the same time, I have 2 versions of hybrids from Johnny's that are said to be dead ringers for the Cherokee Purple, and they are Marnero and Marnauer. These are not cheap seeds. They're like $1 a seed almost. But I want to see how these compare. I want to see how a grafted Cherokee Purple compares with a Marnero and a Marnauer. Because I want to get that Cherokee Purple action in there. So I'm going to be writing blog posts and making videos about this like you can't believe. So don't worry about missing anything. But I'm super jazzed about that because I won't let the Cherokee Purple slip through my fingers. Too good. Too good. My extra pack from Baker Creek just came today. Again, the 3 heirlooms that I'm going to absolutely graft. I'm not growing an heirloom that's not grafted. So I have a ton of seeds. If you catch my blog post that I wrote last year, I grew 25 plus different heirloom varieties in one season in this garden. And I still have all those seeds. So I might graft some more just to kind of get some practice. But for sure, Paul Robeson is probably my single favorite, most favorite heirloom. Super yummy flavor. So good, so juicy. So it's got just the right tart tomatoey flavor that you really go for. I love it so much. So if you love that smoky dark tomato like a Cherokee Purple or like a Black Crim, go for the Paul Robeson as well if you haven't tried it. What else? I get so excited about these things. I love tomatoes. I mean, I can't wait to be able to grow more. But so I'm really excited about this time of year, and I'm excited about what I'm hoping to be able to do with that space. I was concerned that the garden expansion would not happen in time for me to really take advantage of the tomato varieties that I have. And so I'm going to make the best. I'm going to pretend and I'm going to plan for a world where I only have the same rows I've always had. And I'm going to have to work with that soil. So I am going to plan for that, which means I'm heavy on the hybrids, heavy on the grafted plants, and no heirlooms that aren't grafted. So I'm going to take you along with me for all of that. This is great. Another thing I'm doing too, I'm just looking at my seeds here. I am canning this year. I've never canned. I love the Cento whole peeled tomatoes from Italy. They're super flavorful. They're so yummy. They're like $5 a can, and we're not playing that. So I got to can stuff this year. And so I'm super jazzed about that. Based on yields and how much I want to can, I need to make space for 10 to 12 San Marzano paste tomatoes. I tried an Amish paste several years, and they're just really wispy. They're very, if you've grown an Amish paste, then you know this. Very early on, especially, the stem is very thin. The leaves are wispy. They end up growing out of it, but they always seem very, very delicate when you first plant those transplants out. So I'm excited about that paste tomato extravaganza that we're going to have. It's going to be a San Marzano, a couple of other varieties that I'm going to try that I did not mention. So I do a Sun Gold Cherry and Sweet 100 cherry. And those perform for me super well. Those are great. They're hybrids. They're delicious. They rock. Johnny's also has a Favorita, which is a red cherry. And they also have a Torrangina, which is an orange that's similar to the Sun Gold. So I'm going to give these two a shot. Again, they're just supposed to have heightened disease resistance, and they're supposed to have more yield. I'm going to be really, really super hyper focused on flavor this year. And I'm going to let you guys know how the flavor stacks up. Because, I mean, at this point in time in the hybrid game, yield and disease resistance are almost like second. Like, I just assume that those are there. That's expected to me. What I don't think is expected is the flavor. And I really think that we should be getting to a point where we can have yield and disease resistance and a decent flavor. So I'm going to be really hyper focused on that, because if we can find hybrids that have great flavor, great disease resistance, great yields, man, I mean, our weather's been topsy-turvy. I don't see that changing. So I think if we have some varieties that can stand up to strange, crazy weather conditions without a lot of not a lot of rain, lots of heat, that kind of thing, then we'll be doing well. So this has been just a crazy mind dump. I am so happy that you're with me. Thank you for sticking with me with this video of just my tomato dreams. And I really hope that this was helpful for you. Please leave comments below or questions if you have any comments. Let me know if you have grafted any root stock onto any tomatoes and how that went for you. I have gone through all of the resources that Johnny's provides. They are so good. They have webinars, they have presentations, resource documents. It's like I'm studying for a test for sure. Like I'm like looking at video, like watching them graft, and I've got all my clips, and I've got I have to get my humidity chamber set up, because the first week, for a whole week after you graft, is pretty intense when it comes to making sure the tomatoes are, like, you don't want there to be too much. You don't want there to be any water soaking up by the roots, or it'll bust the graft and it won't take. So you don't want any light in the beginning, and you want super high humidity, almost 100% humidity. So I'm going to have to fashion a chamber it's got saran wrap around it. I'm going to have to put it in my basement in the dark for the most part. And it's going to be a baby situation of for a week, a good solid week. And then we'll know. So I'm really excited about it. And I probably will sell. I'm having a seedling sale this season. And if I have any leftover grafted plants, I will definitely sell those to my friends around here who probably would like to get their hands on some grafted tomatoes, because we had a rough season last year, and I anticipate having another rough season. So we've got to get creative and have some thoughtful solutions, and that's what I plan to do. So my dog is scratching at the door, so I have to let her in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in these tomato dreams of mine, and as I compute my tomato math. Bye for now, and I will keep you updated on these tomato dreams in 2023. Thanks.